The Auto China 2016 in Beijing is the biggest automotive trade fair in China this year. Automotive journalist Matas Kurat is amazed at how bustling it is. China has 1.3 billion people, and it seems to him they are all here in Beijing at the automobile show to see the newest developments, just like he is. Everyone keeps moving to avoid traffic jams in the trade fair halls in the Chinese capital. Auto China is held every 2 years, in alternation with Auto Shanghai. It is an absolute must for all manufacturers, whether Chinese or foreign. That goes for German car makers too. Mercedes is holding the world debut of its long version of its E-Class. Built in China and intended solely for the Chinese market, the more than 5-meter-long sedan offers plenty of space and comfort, especially in the rear seats. Another Mercedes premiere in Beijing is the new GLC Sport SUV.
Well, worldwide, but at least as much in China, SUVs continue to be very hot. We, in the first quarter, on a global basis, have seen a growth of more than 50% again. Here in China, basically the same is true, and we see everywhere this split between customers being more interested in the more traditional kind of SUVs and the lifestyle SUVs, and of course the coupe is addressing the latter segment of customers.
Mercedes does small as well as large. Its subsidiary Smart is presenting the Brabus, an especially sporty version of the little city runabout. It's a world premiere for a very special Audi too, the new TTRS, a sport coupe with a lot of oomph under the hood. The 5-cylinder engine produces a whopping 295 kilowatts. Audi's board member for sales and marketing, Dietmar Vogelreiter, is enthusiastic about the company's 5% growth in the first 3 months of 2016. More and more people are visiting the showrooms. Audi is releasing new models to gain a bigger share of the Chinese market and is optimistic. The interior of the TTRS also has a sporty design. Look at the cockpit and the red-stitched bucket seats. It's also the Chinese premiere for the new A4L. Its wheelbase has been widened to 2.91 meters. That's 4 centimeters more than in the predecessor model. Sports car manufacturer Porsche too has a world premiere in the capital of the North. As the Chinese call Beijing, the Porsche 718 Cayman. Porsche executive Detlef van Platen notes that in the year 2000, his company sold about 200 cars in China. Last year, the figure rose to 58,000. The newly developed generation of Porsche Sport Coupe with medium power engine is more striking, sportier, and more efficient. Its naturally aspirated 6-cylinder boxer engine has been replaced with a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. The changes in the 718 Cayman are more than cosmetic. Many parts of the chassis have been redesigned. When Matas sees extinct treasures like this Borgward Isabella behind him, he hankers for the good old days, before he was born. And when he sees the new models from Borgward, a brand that has been revived with Chinese money, his nostalgia is even greater. Back then, the Borgward had a unique personality, but the BX5, BX6, and BX7 look like every other car today.
Wie BX5, BX6 oder BX7.
Volkswagen presents its new SUV with a mixture of show, dance, and music. T-Prime Concept GTE is the futuristic name of the big new vehicle. Volkswagen CEO Herbert Diess says the T-Prime anticipates the next generation of the Touareg. Here, it's a plug-in hybrid with a 50-kilometer range, which is very important for China. It has a seating combination tailored to the Chinese market. It's also the Chinese debut of numerous technical features, like a curved display, gesture control, automatic parking, and intersection assistant. Everything that VW's new generation has is in this car too. That may be the ideal vehicle for the Chinese market, where SUVs are rapidly increasing in importance. The T-Prime Concept GTE not only has many innovations, the design also sets new standards, especially in the interior. All the systems are controlled by touch, without buttons. But what the Asian manufacturers are presenting all seems to have been around for a while. The design borrows a lot from American and European car makers. Maybe there's something to the cliche that the Chinese have no qualms about copying. Mata says the design of many of the cars at the Chinese manufacturers' stands is a déjà vu, nothing fresh. But below the surface, the technology is modern. Many of these cars are electric, an important feature in a crowded megalopolis like Beijing. But many Chinese drivers want an SUV.
Favoriten und der heißt SUV.